Call this meeting to order. Determine there's a quorum present. We have Commissioner Wardlaw, Commissioner Vasquez, Commissioner Garcia, Commissioner Flores, and myself. We do have a quorum. Y'all will please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Commissioner Garcia, if you would do the honors, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Say, now that I looked down and forgot some of y'all's names. I'm sorry. Approving minutes, 5.
There's some corrections, right, or no?
Oh, that's a different item.
Or is it different item? Okay. Motion to approve, Judge.
Okay.
Second, Judge.
Motion Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Real quick, if y'all don't mind, we'll have a moment of silence. We lost one of our district judges, Judge Henry. I had an opportunity to visit with him when I first came in. I mean, we've talked several times, but he's just a good person, just all around good individual. He called one day that he had pushed the panic button and nobody had showed up. What was going on? So I told him, I don't know, Judge. He says, well, does it work? I don't know, Judge. So we showed up, and back then they were hardwired, and there was a wire running from the panel or from the little button down. Then halfway up the wall, it was cut. And evidently, we all had a false sense of security because we hadn't had a system in place for over 5 years. But he was like, we don't have anything? No, Judge. Well, when can you put something in? As soon as possible, Judge. But he's just a really good person. And his boy already graduated law school. Is that correct? Yeah. So, following his daddy's footsteps. And also, tomorrow, September 11th, we had the tragedy in 2001. So if y'all don't mind, a moment of silence for both of those. Thank y'all. Citizens' comments. I didn't see anything up here. Anybody have anything? None. Item 7, there's no action needed to be taken on that. Presentation of birthdays for September. Ms. Vasquez, J.P. Cole, and Matthew Weingart. I want to wish y'all, on behalf of the county, on behalf of Commissioners Court, happy birthday. Judge, I think me and you both came in at the same time, so we've been here a long time, a long time, and I think we've all we've made a contribution, and we've made a difference, a positive contribution. Thank you so much, Judge. Melissa, don't know what I would do without you, and Matt, of course, don't know what I would do without you. When we go through the numbers, and we're fixing to go through the budget, when we go through the numbers, and I put my numbers together, send them to him, and then he has his set of numbers, and then I don't know what I'd do without you. Again, happy birthday. There is cake?
Yes,
Okay. There is cake somewhere.
over there.
Okay, in the back. So y'all can go get a piece of cake. We do have a tax rate hearing scheduled on item 9 for 9:15. My phone will go off here in a minute. we can go on and do y'all want to go to the budget workshop, or y'all want to skip that and then come back? Or just throw it all over the place? We can go to the budget workshop. We'll go through that process first. And if we need to come back, to it, we can. There are some changes in the budget that were made from the last, from the proposed budget that we filed. One of them that we missed was the fire chief was not bumped. He was at a 37.5 hour. We actually went back and looked at Judge Russ, Jerry Russ, and he was booked at 37.5 hours. So his bump, it's on page 157. His budget, he'll need to be bumped the other 130 hours to be even with everybody else. On page 165, this is what you brought up. There was, I think Larry's poke is in there, and it should be Dwayne Maldonado on page 165. And then we cleaned up I received like 7 emails on, can we please clean up the DA supplement? Can you take it out? Can you take it out? Okay, we're going to take it out. There used to be a line item that said DA supplement in there. There is no such thing anymore, and we've left it in there in case she ever receives some more money. The line item would already be there. They want to clean it up, so it's just coming out. On page 160, Ms. Cadena, she was given a 3% raise, which it was $28. It's on page 160. $28.39. She's going to go to $29.24, but with the maximum dollar amount of $35,000. Did speak with the chief and the sheriff on that. I know that she was making a heck of a lot more money than that because she was traveling and doing everything else. But if we could just please keep that. We have $35,000 in the budget to where we'll go ahead and set a cap of $35,000. Not okay with that? Okay. Do y'all have any, we can do one or two deals. We can go through here and vote on each one of these on what I just recommended. And then if y'all want, then whoever, the commissioners, if y'all have changes, we can vote on that. I'll make a motion that what I just presented be part of the budget.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion carries.
We did have one late addition for the warrant process grant that raised Rose's in the auditor's office salary. Now, because of that, she can't be paid. She shouldn't be paid 2 different rates. She shouldn't be paid higher in the grant and lower in the county. So we're about to have our salary hearing tomorrow. But in that salary hearing, we did raise to match the general fund salary with the OLS warrant process salary. So there's no conflict there. And it was, I believe, about a 3% raise in her hourly salary. She is an hourly employee.
So just, again, they have to, you're wanting them to make them the same hourly. And we would go to the hourly rate that's in
OLS.
OLS. Okay. Y'all have a problem with that? And it's being paid out of OLS.
OLS.
Okay. Y'all have a problem with that?
Okay.
I'll make
All
a
right.
motion to accept that.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor? Aye. I guess we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, if y'all are okay like that. That way it's somewhat in order. Commissioner, do you have any changes?
No, sir.
No.
No changes, sir.
Commissioner, I know you've got some.
Yeah, I've got 2 small changes. On page 147, under chief deputy, the chief deputy for precinct 4 is not the same as the other 3 chief deputies. She has a shortfall of $298.53. So I just want to bring the chief deputy to $44,463.75 to be equal with the other 3 chief deputies.
And for clarification, that's in line, like you said, with the other assistant chief deputies, or the assistant, right?
It's the chief deputy.
Chief deputies, in line with the chief deputies, and that's basically with the raise, with the 40 hours and everything else. You want to do that one and then do the other one, do both of them at one time?
Yes. Okay, and then on page 145, under Assistant Chief Deputy, that position was supposed to be 1,500 more than the other three, because the other three are 37, 124, 81, and this position would need to be 1,500 more than that based on the tenure. of that
And what we
employee.
had done is, on that one there, when we readjusted those, I was trying to end up with the individual in precinct 2 because she'd been here longer than everybody else, more longevity, but give her a higher stipend. Evidently, I made a comment, made two comments, one of them at 1,500 and one of them at 1,000, and I was corrected by Judge Lopez and Commissioner Garcia that I'd made a $1,500 comment, not the $1,000 comment. That's how come he's taking care of it right now. Okay. I did have a comment with Judge Lopez, and she brought up other names, and I'm not going to say what I said, but we had a good laugh, didn't we, Judge? Those are the only changes, Commissioner. Can you put that in the form of a motion?
Yes, I do.
Do I have a second?
Second, Judge?
Second, I don't know, both of them, Commissioner Flores and Commissioner Vasquez. That way, I don't have to pick. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Okay, folks, this is where y'all get to come up. It's a budget workshop. If y'all have any other concerns, I know I had a couple of people that had asked for funds out of this year's budget. I asked them to wait, a couple of departments, because they start their new budget October 1st versus trying to pull it out of the general fund money right now. Anybody have any questions on item 10, the budget workshop? I wasn't prepared for this.
Comment, Judge, or one area of thought that the court had discussed several months ago, dealing with the JPs, Judge. As the court knows, we're probably about to embark in a new program with Operation Lone Star on warrants. It's really difficult to predict how much more activity the JPs are going to have, because there's anywhere from 7,000 to 8,000 warrants in a 14-county region that are going to be processed through Valverde County over a period of the next few years. Point being, they're probably going to get a little busier. There had been some discussion several months ago about how do we help the JPs from a time standpoint, and the issue or the topic of a death investigator came up. I've not heard whether or not the court is going to entertain a new position, but I thought this was probably the appropriate time to at least.
I would, and I think we had this conversation, I would rather not create a position right now. We have money available in attorneys. We'll finish this and then we'll go back. Go to the,
Yes, sir.
No, let's finish this real quick.
You have a hearing?
I do, but it's 9:14.
Okay.
We have money in attorneys other, and I think that we could create another position with, if needed. Okay, so at the point that we start getting involved with this, because there might be money also out of OLS
Right.
To help with some of it, I don't know. We don't know.
And I just thought this was the appropriate time to have the discussion.
My plan would be, if the court's okay with it, let's not create a position right now, because we really don't know which way we're running. There is funds available in attorneys other that we will have savings because of what we did with the public defender's office.
Yes, sir.
And we could pull funds from that if necessary in order to create one without creating one right now and don't even need it.
Right.
If we need it, we would pull funds from attorneys other. And it'll give us a little bit more time to go down that road. Other thing, you brought up OLS, and part of this also is it the magistration, because of all these cases, emails that were going back and forth, it looks like they were already looking at trying to hire one of the magistrates that we had, in Mr. Salinas.
It doesn't look like that's going to happen.
Okay.
We were just in meetings. We've been in several meetings. over the
Now, well, I
last
was
5
trying to
days.
follow the emails, so.
And we had a meeting in Uvalde yesterday, has a good discussion with Louis Tomasetti, who is one of the main guys up in Austin, and I think they're.
So we're gonna run it through us.
It looks like it's gonna go through us.
So we'll get to the hearing, we'll come back to this, and I think it's important that, while everybody's sitting here, we have a discussion. Y'all okay with that? Okay. Tax rate here, and we're gonna go open up the tax rate here, and I've got 915. Tax rate would remain the same, 0.4977. This is not the place that I need to read everything, this is just, we're just having a hearing, okay? Yeah, 'cause I've got sheets everywhere. Bottom line is, tax rate would be, 0.4977. The road and bridge, 0.0178, right? And then, you have a debt rate of 0.0656, which the remainder of that rate would be out of the M&O rate of 0.4321.
Yeah.
That's what I have here. Okay. So, tax rate, hearing is open. I've given the tax rate. Anybody have anything for or against the tax rate? It's the same tax rate. And before I get text messages that we're paying more money, yes, you are, because your values went up. You didn't raise the tax rate, but your values went up. Any questions, concerns? None? I'll go ahead and close it. It is 9:17. Tax rate hearing is closed. We will go back to item 10, the budget workshop. I think, David, because OLS, will pay for the magistration, so let's bite off one piece of this, right?
Yes, sir.
They'll end up, paying for the magistration. And we'll have to have a conversation with the JPs to see if they're willing to take on that burden. And at that point, if they are, Sheriff, you correct me if I'm wrong, and if I'm missing a step here, but if we do, they're gonna have to get magistrated. So if we're gonna ask the JPs that we have now to do the magistration, then they should be compensated, because it's gonna take more on them and more on their staff. Is that possible?
Yes, we're looking at that right now, Judge.
Okay. So, and if it's not, and then they don't want to take on that burden, then we need to hire, somebody to magistrate. I guess the first step would be is to ask if y'all want to take on that. It's just more work. Yes, ma'am. Yes, Judge.
As I understand from being in the meeting with Mr. Tomasetti and Oka, we don't have a choice. It's coming to Val Verde like it.
No, it's coming. It's just, but we can hire somebody else to do the magistration. Am I correct?
We can, but I know that the conversation that we had yesterday in Uvalde, Judge, was such that, Mr. Tomasetti was not so confident that the governor's office would approve the hiring of a separate magistrate.
So we can try, because, I mean, it's gonna be difficult. I mean, it's like
It is gonna be tough.
we're getting everybody close to what they should be making, or what they believe they should be making, and now we're gonna throw more on everybody, right? That wasn't ours to begin with. I mean, there has to be something there, my opinion. There has to be something there. So the something is money. Right? Now, if we're not given the option of hiring a separate magistrate, and then we're told that we have to, then we need to be compensated. Okay? Am I missing a step? Okay. I'm looking at you just to make sure I'm not out of line. Okay. Okay.
I'm just.
And the investigator for the inquest, there will be funds, I think, there will be funds in there, in attorneys other, because we're gonna have savings. So we'll look at that without having to try to get this put into this right now, and then not need the position, or not be able to get it done. That work? Y'all okay with that? Well, anybody else on item 10 on budget workshop? I mean, No? We good? Judges? Everybody? Okay. No other action. We made some changes today, Aaron. You got all those, and then there's a sheet that you gave us, right? Is there anything else that I might be missing? We good?
We're good.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go to item 11. The budget adoption with the changes that were already made. Does anybody have any questions before we take a vote? Does anybody have any comments? This is going way too smooth and I'm scared. We're all good? With the changes that were made, that were presented today and with the proposed budget that was filed, I need a motion to adopt the budget.
Motion to adopt budget is presented, Judge.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores. Second, Commissioner Wardlaw. It needs to be a roll call vote. Commissioner Wardlaw, how do you vote?
For.
Commissioner Vasquez, how do you vote?
Yes.
Commissioner Garcia,
In favor.
Commissioner Flores,
Yes.
and myself, it is a 5-0 vote to adopt the budget that was filed and with the changes that were presented. Tax rate adoption, I've got a list of stuff from everybody that needs to be read. And if y'all don't mind, I'll make the motion. That way I don't have to read it and somebody else make the motion if y'all are okay with that. Okay with that? The tax rate is 0.4977, which is effectively a 5.65% increase in the tax rate because of values went up. Okay, so there's quite a few parts here, so if y'all will just bear with me. This tax rate will raise more taxes for maintenance and operation than last year's tax rate. The tax rate will effectively be raised by 2.42% and will raise taxes for maintenance and operation on a $100,000 home by approximately $2.50. Lillian, so far, so good? Okay. The ones I had highlighted, I've read. Now, Matt gave me another one. Our debt rate is 0.656. Huh? 0.0656. Okay. And our M&O rate is 0.4321. Is that correct? Have I met all the requirements from both of y'all and our statutes? I highlighted everything. I just want to make sure we don't miss something. So again, I will make a motion to adopt our tax rate at the 0.4977 with the debt rate at 0.0656 and an M&O rate of 0.4321. And the remainder of the tax rate would go to to go to Road and Bridge.
I'll second the motion, Judge.
Okay. A motion by myself, seconded by Commissioner Flores. And this also has to be a roll call vote. Commissioner Wardlaw, how do you vote?
In favor.
Commissioner Vasquez?
Yes.
Commissioner Garcia?
In favor.
Commissioner Flores?
Yes.
And myself, I vote yes. The tax rate is adopted at a 5-0 vote at 0.4977 overall tax rate. Thank y'all. That was way too easy. Discussion possible action on purchase of property. If y'all can table this.
I want to table, Judge. Second.
Motion Commissioner Vasquez and Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. 13, item 14, discussion possible action to give the Whitehead Memorial Museum permission to obtain a beer and wine license from TABC to sell beer and wine on the grounds of the museum for
Motion to approve, Judge.
motion Commissioner Flores and Commissioner Vasquez. Any questions? All those in favor? Aye. Anybody-
Judge, I'll abstain because I go work those events and help out.
Okay, that'll work. Thank you, Commissioner Wardlaw. 4-4, nobody against, and one person abstaining, Commissioner Wardlaw. Discussion possible action on timeline to send out tax certificates. I put this on because we have a contract with the city of Del Rio. And I did visit it with, council members and, Mr. Chavez and their attorney to try to see if they could, get their tax rate passed. I did get several text messages last night that they adopted their tax rate. Last night, that they did not, I don't think they adopted their budget, but they did adopt their tax rate. So in doing that, there's no action needed.
Well, the school is adopting on the 15th.
And we, in our contract with the city, it's, the 15th was our last day, so the school bringing theirs in the 15th is not gonna affect us. And we get, so we're okay. We're okay, you'll be able to.
The latest, it should be October 8th at the latest. But I hope it's not.
Okay. It's, yeah, because we give out percentages, 3, 2, 1. And a couple of years that we've fallen behind on the tax, sending out it. Yes, then we have we have people complaining. So is there any way to start punching all this stuff?
Well, I have to wait to get the tax rate from the school, and then the appraisal district will do what's called a freeze refreeze. It'll take about 2 days. If everything goes good, maybe, if not 3. And then we have to put in all the supplements that they've been holding since they certified, July.
So when you tell us the 8th of October, that is the date that they would be receiving them or the day that they would be going out?
No, that's the day they should receive them.
Okay.
And when I started working here, we always used to work in the office on the 8th to send them out. So that's normal.
All right. If we can get them out sooner,
Yes.
we'd greatly appreciate it. That way we don't get the phone calls.
Yes.
And I want to thank the city, for adopting their tax rate. Yes, I really do appreciate it. They did an awesome job. All right, thank you. Discussion possible action on moving the Commissioners Court meeting from September 24th to September 23rd. We had Ms. Moreno, from our representative's office, want to have a, meeting with the commissioners to talk about projects. I reached out to her last week. I reached out to her again this morning. Last week I talked to her. She says, well, that she didn't know whether, it would be a good idea for all of us to meet together. And I said, well, it's a better idea for all of us to meet together than you meeting one by one, and then we end up with a rolling quorum. Her timeline was between 3 and 5 on September 23rd. So I think we try to accommodate them on September 23rd, and if they, since that's what they gave us to begin with, we have Commissioner's Court. He can come in here and sit and visit whenever he comes in. We'll go straight to his item, and we can talk about it as a whole, if y'all are okay with that. Y'all okay with that?
It'd be good.
Again, I haven't heard back from her, but that is the times that she gave. The 23rd between 3 and 5, we can hold our meeting at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and trying to accommodate our representative, Mr. Morales.
Motion to approve, Judge.
I will second that, Judge.
A motion, Commissioner Flores and Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor?
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Before we do this, I'm going to go back, and I know we adopted the budget. But can I go back to budget workshop? I'm concerned about overtime. How would we address overtime? And Commissioner Wardlaw has it on here, discussion possible action. It's all right, we'll go to his item, and then if we need to go do something else. Item 17, discussion possible action on hours worked on the weekend by the Fairgrounds Building and Maintenance Crew. Do you mind if I talk a little bit before you
Sure, if
start?
you want to hear me say anything, I'll speak up.
It has come to the court on several occasions in order to give different departments overtime when they go work. IT, our precinct crews, get paid, go work a fire, building maintenance also. I would like to get to where, we don't have comp time. I don't know if we go department by department. He's already put it on for them. We already have it for the precincts. They work, and I'll put it like when I was a commissioner, you work because you have to, overtime, you get comp time, and then I turn around in November, December, and they're not here because they had so many hours that they're having to take. So when they come back, it looks like all we do is play catch up. But we just can't get ahead. I don't know if there would be a way to do this, and I'm just going to talk here, to do it county-wide. And when we do that, it scares me because some of the departments might not get a handle on it, and then we end up, can't afford it, and we end up taking everything back. There has to be a way. Right here, this item allows us to do fairgrounds building and maintenance crew, but there has to be a way. Overtime, now that we're talking about overtime, how do we, and I'll bring it back, but we need to think about how we're going to do this. And we can go to this item right now, take care of this item right now, but there has to be a better way. With what we did in the policy committee with use your comp time, do this, do that, and now we're having even more questions.
Well, one of the good things that you guys did this year was you increased the hours from 37.5 to 40. So that's a good thing. So that should reduce, at least on every personnel, 2.5 hours per week.
No,
It wouldn't be on comp time.
it is, our regular, I shouldn't say regular, our other departments, you have your precinct, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Mhm.
And then you have your IT, and you have your fairgrounds,
Mhm.
or building maintenance, that department, I think it's under building maintenance. They're always, they go out for fires. They go out, the precincts go out for fires, go out when there's a windstorm, go out when there's, when it rains, anytime that there's something that goes wrong, an accident, we're even putting up various racks. That's above, and usually, it doesn't happen during regular normal hours. It's always look at it like it's at night or on the weekend or something where we're having to go out. So we have something in place for them. Our IT, they're being asked now because the departments don't want them in and they make too much noise and everything else to work in the evenings or Saturdays.
Mhm.
Our building maintenance, which is part of fairgrounds, is part of that. You have, you work events, you're working, events, Friday evening, all day Saturday, trying to get ready again and clean up, and then Sunday again. And then after that, you get asked to come back and I need a bucket truck and you need to go drill holes for IT. So those, 6 departments, I think there's really no way to try to control overtime.
Mhm.
I know that we're running new cabling or trying to get to where the JPs can magistrate on the weekends, and you actually, they go to, the person wants to watch, they can go to GO or the sheriff's office right now. But we're going to be asked to come in and do more. How do I pay them on Saturdays and Sundays when they go to magistrate? Because now we've got something else thrown on their plate. I don't think I'd rather not, personally, my opinion on it, I'd rather not be paying comp time, because then when we all need to come back and do our regular jobs, you turn around, there's nothing but crickets. That makes sense?
I can add to it, Judge.
Sir?
And you're right about moving to 40 hours. It's 62 hours in a year, every single employee, right off the bat. So that was a good correction. But my crew from the fairgrounds went in and worked in the tax assessor collector's office, and they were working side by side with tech, who was getting paid on their check. And these guys were moving the furniture. They were the muscle. So they're in there doing all this labor, and that's when it came up to me. It was from the employees. They said, hey, what's the difference here? And I don't think that we can be working the building maintenance and fairgrounds crews side by side with IT when one of them's getting paid on their check and the other one's getting time and a half. The other issue is, nobody who would know this, so I'm going to go ahead and bring it up, is I have an employee who is going to have to go off duty coming up immediately for 1 month. And when he gets back, I'm sending another fairgrounds worker home for a month. And when he gets back, one is leaving for 2 months in order to get rid of their comp time. And it's snowballing on them. And then we've got jobs. We've got a lot of projects. We don't have a full crew.
I get it, and yes, it's great that we're coming to that realization of it is a snowball effect when it happens.
Mr. Weinberg,
So-
you want to hear about elections?
Does it have to do with overtime? No, I'm teasing.
Well, let's do this.
So,
We're gonna have to come up with a better plan. And I'm just throwing it out there right now. The item that we have on here right now does not discuss everything will not address everything that I just kept on talking about. We have an item on the agenda, discussion possible action on hours worked on weekend by fairgrounds, building and maintenance crews. I would, we always have, and it's gonna eat into our fund balance, from one fiscal year to the other fiscal year. We always have funds, in payroll,
we do.
right? So if we were to pay for overtime, because if we were to make a motion today to pay for overtime for the fairgrounds building and maintenance crew, to pay them overtime versus comp time, and for those funds to be paid out of,
We would just let it run over. The good thing you do have about on your building maintenance is you do have employee turnover, so there is salary savings
to
immediately.
take it out of there right off the bat,
Right off.
and then take it from other savings within our payroll. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Did you want to make a list of departments going forward, or is this going to be, because?
The only thing I have on here right now is, fairgrounds building and maintenance crew.
I
That's
agree with
what I
you,
can
Judge, on
address.
what you're talking about. It's going into it kind of slowly, because
So-
if we did the whole county, it would be a big deal.
Okay.
But
And this is-
right now, all we can address is the item that's on the agenda.
And this is every weekend? I mean, any weekend, not just special events?
I would,
anything.
if they work, they need to get paid overtime.
Okay.
So when you're talking overtime, after they work the 40 hours or more?
After they work.
Yeah, we need to
Right.
clarify that.
Yeah, we're
It's
going
gonna
to
be
use,
weekend, you work 30 hours and you're gonna work a weekend, you're gonna get time and a half, I don't think that's right.
correct. It'll be under,
You gotta work your 40
Yeah.
hours.
federal standard labors.
We need to
Correct.
mention that.
You mind if I make that motion? You wanna make it?
I'll make the motion.
You make the motion?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you made a motion.
Second.
That work?
All
You
right,
good with that?
I'm good.
Okay. I have a motion, Commissioner Wardlaw, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. One of the things on here too, and we'll have a policy committee, on the judge's comments, we'll have a policy, committee meeting, in the county. If you're here 11 years or more, you get to take a full 5 weeks, 4.5 weeks off, vacation. I've called around, nobody does that. Definitely not in the private sector. Do what?
Private sector, no.
No. And I called around to a couple of other counties, they just laughed at me, can't believe that we're doing it. It's been ongoing, I've been here the whole time that it's happened, part of the problem. But I think we'll have a policy committee, we'll come back and visit that, because you throw, you get 4 to 5 weeks off, and then another 3 weeks off, like, paid holidays, and I'm not saying take away from what they already have, what employees have. I just think we need to revisit it, that the most that we should have during a year is maybe 3 weeks, paid vacation, not not 5 and then book. It's just messed up. I think we need to bring this back to the court for the court to have a discussion on this. And again, people ain't gonna be real happy, but you represent 49,000 other people that they're not getting the benefit, and they're the ones that are paying our salaries. And now we're talking about, handing out overtime because we can't catch up, but yet you're gonna be gone 5 weeks because of your vacation. Either way. Item 18, discussion possible action on drainage on Rose Avenue. Commissioner Wardlaw.
I'd like to make a motion to table this for discussion.
Okay.
Second, Judge.
Got a motion, Commissioner Wardlaw. Second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 19, discussion possible action on approval to utilize the Precinct 2 Judge Antonio Tony Fox County Annex Center for Halloween special trick or treat event on October 31st.
I'll make a motion to approve, Judge.
Second. Have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Are we good? Okay. Item 20, discussion possible action on proclaiming September as Hunger Action Month.
Make a motion to approve, Judge.
Second.
Okay. If we'll get this proclamation, Commissioner, if, you'll have your secretary give it to, Gladys,
Gladys?
so we can get everybody's signature on it.
Okay.
Okay, and we'll have it put it as part of the file.
Yes, sir.
Part of that.
Appreciate that.
Have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Garcia. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 21, discussion possible action of Precinct 3 to accept the donation of caliche.
To approve, Judge.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Garcia. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 22, discussion possible action issue Constable Precinct 3, Andrew Mancho.
Motion to approve, Judge.
Second, that, Judge.
Motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Vasquez. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 23, discussion possible action requesting authorization to approve and sign the resolution for Operation Lone Star Warrants Project.
Motion to approve, Judge.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez. Second, Commissioner Wardlaw. I'm just playing. I wasn't see if he looked up. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 24, discussion possible action on requesting a county cell phone for poverty protected. Have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez. Second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 25, discussion possible action to allow Sheriff Joe Frank Martinez to accept 5
Approve,
guns.
Judge, as presented.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Wardlaw. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 26, discussion possible action
Motion to
on.
approve, Judge.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Wardlaw. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 27. You did an amazing job there, Sheriff. Item 27, discussion possible action on approving amended minutes from July 30th, 2025, and August 13th.
Motion to approve, Judge, as presented.
Have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez,
Second.
second Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries. Item 28, discussion possible action on the date pertaining to election audit. That's you. We fixed all the problems and, no?
That's right.
We're going?
There's still one on Qualia that she cannot put in that little square of its own, so she's waiting for a call from who she deals with at the state. And then we did review all the other streets that we drove by, and those are correct. And we'll continue to drive by. And the book is complete, but we didn't put it on here, but we'll bring it back for the
Maybe not in the next meeting,
Okay.
because it's in the evening, but the following meeting, if we can sort of, bring the audit, what they gave us, and let's
Okay.
check and see where we're at on each individual item.
Okay,
And that way we'll know, the court will know where we're at, again, on each item that we were written up on, if y'all don't mind.
okay,
Again, not this other one, but it'll give you,
Right.
a month
right, okay,
to get further along.
okay.
And then we'll have that discussion, but on each item. Okay?
Oh, because I did have emails to them.
Mhm.
There's 3 and they haven't replied to me at all.
Well,
so,
I mean, it's just gonna be part of the process.
Yeah, I'll
But,
continue
but if
emailing.
we can get in 4 weeks, I mean, come back and bring the audit, bring us copies of everything that you have. That way the court can go through there, and if they have any questions on each specific item, we can.
All right.
All right? Are y'all okay with that?
The last day to register for changes for voting for the upcoming election is the 20th, September 20th. So if you know anybody that needs
It's when?
to change their address, yes.
September 20th.
September 20th. Needs changes on their address to go to the office and fill out the application.
Okay, is there any way that maybe y'all could get on, Town Talk or something, and
Okay,
if you don't mind,
Okay.
before the 20th, and get on there and tell them, what's going on.
Okay.
Let's try to put it out, and if we need to put something out, if we had maybe a chart, I do better with visuals.
of dates.
Yes, the days that we need to hit, and then let's advertise it. Let's put it in the paper, let's put it on the deal, that way we're going a little bit beyond what we usually do. I'm looking at Melissa. If you'll get with them, that way we can get it done.
Okay,
Y'all all right with that? Okay.
all right.
And, your new office, they're up there moving in, and y'all have,
Thank you very much. And, we really needed that space,
they're coming in when?
the week of the 21st.
The 22nd, I think, it's a Monday.
When I say they, state's coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That one, that'll work. Thank y'all. Y'all have any questions?
Sure.
Carlos Velarde. Discussion, possible action on low water crossing and drainage canal on Lawson Road. Did you want to talk about that, or you want to go to executive? No problem.
I'll make a motion to table, Judge. Make it executive.
A motion, to table, Commissioner Vasquez, do I have a second?
Second.
Commissioner Flores,
Thank you, sir.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries, 5-0. 13. So far we've tabled item 13, 18, and 29. All right. Item 30, discussion possible action on law sheriff's department. And motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Vasquez, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 31, discussion possible action on approving a lease between Valverde County.
Second, Judge.
Motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Vasquez, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries. Item 32, discussion possible approving lease between Valverde County and Special Needs Trunk and Treat on behalf of Michael Andrade. If y'all have never been to this, it's pretty special. The individuals, there's not a lot of noise and stuff. But what this organization, what this group does is pretty special. Either way, did I have a motion?
Second.
A motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Flores, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 33, discussion possible action
Motion
on.
approved, Judge.
Second.
Changes.
A motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Flores, any questions? All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 34. Discussion possible action, ratify change order number 1 from Jess Contracting at the request of the
I'll make a
county.
motion to approve, Judge, as presented.
Okay. Do I have a second? Second. I have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Flores. These monies are out of OLS,
Yes.
and they are covered. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 35, discussion
Motion
possible.
to approve, Judge. Second, Judge.
Motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner
Covered by
Vasquez.
OLS also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it's within the percentage that's allowed by law. Any other discussions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 36, discussion possible
Motion to
action.
approve, Judge. And that's for that new CID building, Judge?
Yes.
Okay.
A motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 37, discussion possible action ratifying the solicitation for request for qualifications for a commercial real estate appraiser. We need an appraiser for some property.
Yes.
Motion to approve, Judge.
Second, Commissioner Wardlaw. This tract, before we get into this, is it having to do anything with Commissioner Flores' tract of land?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so.
I'm gonna abstain.
All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Anybody abstain? Okay. Vote is 4-4. 0 that are voting no, and 1 person abstaining. Item 38, discussion possible action to appoint a committee to evaluate the request.
Motion to approve, Judge.
Who do you want?
Carlos,
Point of order, Judge. Probably shouldn't.
Yeah, no, I will abstain.
You seconded the motion.
Yes.
Somebody else seconded.
I'm sorry, Carlos Matt.
And you? Okay. Motion.
Motion, yes, sir. Correct the motion, Judge.
Okay. Motion, Commissioner Vasquez. Do I have a second?
Second.
Commissioner Garcia. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anybody against? Anybody abstaining?
I will abstain from both.
4-0-1. Item 39, discussion possible action for the purchase of a side boom and rotary
Motion to
head.
approve, Judge.
Okay.
Second.
A motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 40, discussion possible action to award annual.
Motion to approve as presented, Judge.
Second.
A motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 41, discussion possible action to
Motion to
approve.
approve as presented, Judge, the Saints contract.
Second. A motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 42, discussion possible action on amending and adopting the county purchasing policy
Motion to
amendment.
approve, Judge, is presented, and that rule just came into effect, Judge?
September 1st.
Okay.
Second.
How's this gonna work? I mean, how's it gonna benefit or?
So before we would have to advertise for anything over 50,000. Now they raised the threshold to 100,000.
But
But you still
But-
need 3 quotes or?
We're still gonna go out for bids,
So
anything for under
All it's
100,000.
eliminating is it's going out for advertising. I mean, advertising.
For anything from
Under
50,000 to
100,000.
100,000, it's eliminating the formal advertisement.
Or from
That
0
way.
to 100,000. I mean, from
Yeah,
1,000
zero to
whatever. Yeah,
100,000.
okay.
Yes.
All right.
I do have a question on the grants. Does court authorize me to go ahead and make purchases under grant funds that are, I guess, procured under cooperatives that are over 100,000? Or do y'all want me to bring those back to
But
court?
you're going out, but it's a co-op.
It's a co-op, and as it is right
It's pretty
now, y'all
standard.
gave me permission to go ahead and just procure to make the purchases without having to come back to court.
And it speeds up the process.
Yes, it
And we're
speeds up
allowed,
the
and
process.
we're allowed to go do it.
Yes,
That's on grant fund only.
yes,
Yes.
just grant
That's what I'm
funds.
saying, we're allowed to go do it, and the court voted on it and gave you permission to go do it because we're allowed to go do it.
I just want to get that clarified.
And we
Again.
want to get that personnel policy because that's something that they pull, when we get desk audits.
But again, it's allowed through a co-op, and the court voted on it.
Mhm.
So unless the court votes not to, then you're still allowed to go do it.
Okay, I just
Okay.
want to make sure.
Now, if we need to change something in the policy or put it in the policy, bring it back and we'll put it in.
The only time I'll bring it back is if we have to formally advertise for bids. Okay.
I have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 43, discussion possible
Motion
action.
to approve, Judge, is presented.
Second.
Motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 44, discussion possible action to approve change order number 1, DLP Construction, to demo existing metal coverings and replace with a new.
Second.
A motion, Commissioner Flores. Second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 45, discussion possible
Motion to
action.
approve it presented, Judge.
This is the one I gave you the information
Yeah,
on.
the sheet.
On the old list, when we mentioned.
Have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second, Commissioner Flores. Any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. There's going to be changes here, so if y'all will let me read it and then, go through the changes. Item 46, discussion possible action on approving HR monthly report for the period from August 26, 2025 through September 10, 2025. Item A, it's listed as 96,000. It should be 96,500.
Correct.
And then item B, it's listed at 70,000. It should be 65,000. Those are the corrections to item A and to item B. Item C was good.
Motion to approve, Judge, to present
It's presented or is changed?
it, well, presented by him. Stating the new numbers.
You want to make sure the record.
I will second
Yeah.
that, Judge, with the changes.
Have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 47, approving bills for payment.
Motion to approve.
And motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye.
Judge,
Yes, sir.
C wasn't mentioned, but it went through with 46, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We good?
Sure.
Approving bills for payment. I have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. And that was item 47. Item 48, discussion possible action to approve the auditor's report.
You have a report? Good one?
Well, we've got purchase orders, in the back, but there is no revenue audits.
Motion to approve, present.
I'll second that, Judge.
And motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Vasquez.
Man.
Any other questions?
We trust you, man.
So, no trust.
All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 49, discussion possible action following certification of revenue.
Second.
Okay. Have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second, Commissioner Flores, on all of them. ¿Verdad? That we're going to do one by one.
Yes, sir.
All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries. And item 50, no action needed. Item 51, closed session consultation pursuant to Texas Government Code A 551.071, parentheses 2, attorney-client privilege, B 551.071, parentheses 1, parentheses A, contemplated litigation, C 551.072, regarding purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property exchange thereafter, D 551.073, regarding negotiated contract, lease, or value of real property, possible action, open session thereafter, E 551.076, regarding security devices, security audits, and/or security personnel, and no security. Y'all will give us a minute, we'll go to the restroom, and then come back into executive session. Thank y'all so much. Okay, we'll come back in from, executive session. No action was taken, we got a lot of legal advice. We had tabled 3 items, item 13, 18, and 29. No action needed on, item 13 or item 18. We're gonna go on to item, 29.
Judge, I will make a motion, item number 29, to give, Mr. Carlos, permission to, contact Raptor R, the contractor, for an issue that has, come up. Set up a meeting between myself, Carlos, and the county attorney's office.
I have a motion,
Second.
Commissioner Vasquez, second, Commissioner Wardlaw. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries. we'll go on to item 52, Commissioners' comments. Any? No? Item 53, County Judge's comments. Mr. Hural at the hospital, I think is doing an amazing job, bringing in new people and just, yeah. Also, we have a new doctor in town. Her name is Dr. Ashley Lopez. She's OB/GYN. I think she started last Tuesday, seeing patients. Evidently, according to my wife, individual was really needed. I want to thank her and welcome her to Valverde County and thank her for coming home, or coming to Valverde County. She's not from here, but she is married to Mr. Lopez from part of Amistad Heating and Air. And again, I want to thank her for being part of our community and staying. I want to thank Commissioners Court, members of the court, my purchasing, my auditor, especially my auditor and Aaron. Thank y'all for working so hard on this budget. I'm going to give a little bit of information. I don't know if y'all are going to want me to shut up, but I'm going to go ahead and I'll be quick. There's been mentioned about how much money I have used out of fund balance in order to balance a budget. But we wouldn't have a fire station coming on. We wouldn't have a judicial center that we're going to get plans for. Our IT department wouldn't have grown from the $300,000 or $400,000 to almost $1 million in their budget today. We wouldn't have an event center coming. We wouldn't have been able to borrow money for a sports complex that's coming up, a gun range from Federal Road, and then we wouldn't be in a net position of over $51 million from the time that we came in 2019 to now, a gain of $51 million in net position if we hadn't used over the last 7 years about $17.4 million out of fund balance. So when the constituents look at us and say, are you doing a good job? I think we're doing an amazing job. The court's doing an amazing job. There'd be no way that you have what the constituents have without money, without using the money. So do we put $17.5 million and leave it in fund balance that we would have above the 5.8, almost 5.9 that we have now? For what? Instead of giving it back to our constituents. This court, the previous court, the court under Judge Valdez, that pained me to say that, the court under Judge Allen has always left it in a better position than what they found it. I can tell y'all today that we have more money, more days in fund balance than what we did in 2019 when we came in. We have more days in fund balance. And the days a day cost us over $20,000 more per day than they did in 2019. So, again.
Tax rate's gone down, I believe.
Do what?
Tax rate's gone down?
The tax rate, yeah. The tax rate also, when we came in, I think 2.6 cents in tax rate that we've given back. So again, I want to thank the court for all of y'all's input. I want to thank y'all. It makes a difference when we work together. When you look at other entities, some of the issues that they might have compared to what we have here, I know y'all are doing an amazing job. We will continue that worst case scenario, the ones that ain't here later on, whoever that might be, me, whatever. I feel confident that when we go, we have left in a better position than what we did when we found it, when we got here. And that's our ultimate goal. And we always take care of our constituents. Again, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank y'all. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion adjourned.
Second. Motion Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Flores. All in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries. Thank y'all.